By now it should be no surprise to people the relationship that exists between Microsoft and Nintendo. From Minecraft crossplay promotion to the many crossover rumors to the rumored Game Pass and now Cuphead on Switch. It's easy to see that something more is happening. With these two gaming giants seemingly in good with each other, what does this mean for a game like Smash Ultimate? A game that is one of the most giant crossover entities in existence. Even back months ago, I thought for sure Microsoft would get a rep in Smash just based off of the strong Minecraft connection. But since then, even more has happened to push the needle in favor of a Microsoft rep appearing in Smash Ultimate DLC. Now it seems it's not a matter of if, but who the Microsoft rep will evidently be. And what better place to start than with the most recent reveal, Cuphead. Now the big reveal of Cuphead coming to Switch was not a surprise to people that kept up with the leak scene. The game had been rumored for some time before the announcement in the Direct even took place. However, that wasn't the only leak circulating that involved the character. At the start of March, a leak appeared on 4chan claiming that Cuphead would in fact be one of the 5 fighters in the Fighter Pass. Now the leak was some German eShop leak, which personally I dismissed instantly as it didn't seem reliable or credible at all. But at the very least, people had Cuphead on their minds. The character was being talked about. However, I don't think Cuphead is going to end up being the choice for the Microsoft rep, and he received a pretty big blow in that regard just last week. It in fact came out that the co-creator of Cuphead, Jared Moldenhauer, has been talking about both Cuphead and Mugman in Smash Bros. The exact quote reads, "I've dreamed of Smash Bros. Cuphead and Mugman belong in there. So basically if fans want it, I couldn't see how Nintendo wouldn't want the fans to get what they wanted. I think they would because they support their fans a lot. So if Nintendo was keeping their fans happy, then I'd be more than pleased to make that the easiest transition. Just a piece of paper. We don't need anything. You can have those characters make an appearance." Now this to me reads as something that could be seen as more of a rallying point for future DLC inclusion rather than one that's already been decided. I don't think the co-creator would be saying things like this if the characters were in fact right around the corner. Usually things are kept quiet, especially by someone so heavily involved in the process. So for me, this is probably a deconfirmation for both Cuphead and Mugman as far as Fighter Pass number 1 goes. Now that's just my opinion. Who knows what will evidently happen, but it just would be quite strange that he would be allowed to say something like that if those characters were in fact in this Fighter Pass. Now Steve, as reluctantly as I am to say this, is a gaming giant. His game Minecraft still ranks as the second most sold video game of all time, only behind Tetris. That is giant status. Now the Minecraft crossplay promo push was, as I said, the thing that in the very beginning made me think we would in fact get a Microsoft rep at all. If you didn't know, Minecraft had a late arrival to Japan. However, once it did finally arrive, it burst onto the Japanese scene, topping the sales charts regularly. This late arrival makes Minecraft still incredibly relevant in Japan currently, whereas it may have fallen off somewhat in other places around the globe due to fatigue. And it is also a well-known fact that Sakurai quite enjoys playing Minecraft. He's written about it multiple times in his Famitsu columns, so I don't doubt that he could lean towards a Steve inclusion if it was on the table. Now, Steve has been rumored by leaker Senjogohara Hitagi for many months now. Though Hitagi has since taken large hits to their credibility, at least that's how the majority of people see things. Since the initial rumor from Hitagi, Steve has popped up in many other rumors along the way, and at this point is pretty common when seeing a list containing all of the supposed DLC reps. Now logistically, Steve makes sense. He's incredibly mainstream and something that would generate a lot of buzz, and Nintendo has an excellent relationship with the Minecraft team already. They've even lent some of their own characters as crossover fuel into the blocky world. So without a doubt, a strong bond already exists there, which would undoubtedly make negotiations fairly easy for the most part. Steve would be considered a game seller to a lot of people. He's that much of a unique pick, and while I personally don't want him, I am not blind to see how big of a reception he would receive from the giant Minecraft community, which still boasts over 70 million players monthly. All in all, I think Steve does stand a fairly good chance of being the Microsoft rep. When you consider all aspects, creativity, uniqueness, legacy, and relationship factor as well, it just seems to be such a strong case for the blocky fellow that I wouldn't really be surprised at all if we see a Steve introduction trailer at E3. Banjo has been desired by fans since Melee days. He's been regarded as somewhat of an impossible feat by now for many people. Back in the early 2000s, Microsoft's purchase of Rare surely put a giant roadblock in the way of something like Banjo for Smash, which probably would have been an incredibly likely inclusion otherwise. However, as we've mentioned, now that the relationship between Microsoft and Nintendo is blooming possibly brighter than ever before, there could be refound hope for our Bird and Bear duo. Now, back during Smash Ultimate's release period, there was a lot of buzz about a data mine that showed Rareware spirits were in the game at one point, but were removed somewhere along the way. This got people thinking that Rare spirits could be hinting at a future Banjo release for DLC, and the Banjo talks had once again ignited. And around October of last year, rumors began resurfacing for the fabled Banjo 3, when a fan pointed out that Paul Matuszek, a longtime developer of Banjo-Kazooie series, had left a possible hint in his Twitter profile, to which Rare even responded to. Now, I'm not sure what to make of that exactly. Could it be some kind of crazy hint for a Banjo 3 anytime soon? Maybe, but it's certainly not anything definitive. However, with the rumblings of the Gamer Pass, something like Banjo-Kazooie 1 or Banjo-Tooie being available on Switch does seem possible, and something like that could definitely serve as a dual announcement to go along with a Banjo for Smash trailer. It's also worth noting that Microsoft has shown how savvy they can be. They know that if a Banjo 3 really does exist, it would benefit them greatly to get it onto the Switch as opposed to just being a Microsoft exclusive. Banjo has a hardcore fan base within the Nintendo community, and that would be a fan base I'm sure they would love to reach. So I wouldn't be surprised if something like that was in the works, but I don't think we can say it's definite. Could Banjo end up on Switch and in Smash Bros? It's definitely possible. A lot more possible right now than it used to be. However, there are still obstacles to overcome, including some incredibly stiff competition. Now, this last one seemed like an incredible stretch not too long ago. However, we have to explore the possibility of Master Chief coming to Smash Ultimate. It was recently announced that the Master Chief Collection will in fact be coming to Steam. Now, why is that a big deal? Well, all because of the Game Pass. If the Master Chief Collection is making a move to Steam, that may not be the only place it's moving. It could be possible that a Switch version will be accompanying the move. An article put out from the famous French leaking website Jeux Video called many things back on the 22nd of February. They claimed that both Cuphead and Ori would be landing on Switch. One half of that has already been confirmed, and there are still rumblings that an Ori appearance on Switch is right around the corner. However, they also claimed that their sources assured them that one of the Golden Triangle, as they put it, would be appearing on Switch, that triangle being Halo, Gears of War, and Forza. However, these are not the only rumblings. Popular leaker King Zell also chimed in with some interesting info, saying, some stuff coming to the Switch, at least one, it wasn't even possible years ago. Can't wait to see the reaction here. It wasn't possible, like seeing Mario in a PlayStation console. That to me definitely sounds like it could fit the bill of Master Chief Collection to Switch. Halo was the flagship series for Microsoft for so many years. Master Chief was arguably their biggest icon, so if these rumors do hold up to be true, it would make sense in my opinion that a Master Chief Collection would be on the move to Switch at the same time as it's on the move to Steam. And with something like that happening, it's one more domino away from Master Chief appearing in Smash. Think of the buzz and uproar that something like that would generate. A Master Chief Collection for Switch announcement followed right up by a Master Chief in Smash trailer at E3 this year. That sounds like a script descended from the heavens. Now it's worth noting that a 343 employee tweeted out saying that Master Chief will not be in Smash DLC. Now personally, to me that doesn't mean too much. Deconfirming your character does not always break whatever NDA has been signed, so Chief could certainly still be in even with this denouncement. Either way though, I don't think it's a definite, and personally I would still have Steve as the front runner for the choice, but with all things considered, Master Chief has to at least be considered as a possibility now. But those are my thoughts on the potential Microsoft reps that could be coming to Smash Ultimate DLC. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What Microsoft rep do you think we will get, if any at all? My previous videos are on screen if you want to check those out, and my Discord and other social media links are in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe for more future content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.